Hi there, everybody. I'm Jason Bulmahn, the designer behind Play-Thru. Today I've gotten together, me and some friends of mine, to show you guys a playtest round of Play-Thru. We're going to play one round of play and hopefully give you guys a good idea of how Play-Thru plays. So here at the table I have some good friends of mine. I'll let them introduce themselves.
Elijah.
Eleanor.
Ross.
Great. So what we're going to be doing here is I've got the decks of the game already set up and ready to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to play one full round of play, which will undoubtedly involve us backstabbing and betraying each other for your amusement. And yeah, I'm going to lose this round, by the way. I always lose this game. That's kind of my lot in life with games I design. So before we start off the round here, the first thing you're going to do is we've got our 3 decks of cards here, the loot cards, the draw cards, and the rank cards. To get us started, we're going to deal out a number of loot cards equal to the number of players minus 1. So in this case, 3. Then we're going to go ahead and take the rank cards and deal these out. Now these are only used in the case of a tie between the various suits in our crews. So I'm going to go ahead and deal out these cards. So we've got Brutal, they're the lowest this rank, Clever, Lazy, and then Greedy. Greedy's at top this round, everybody, just so you know. Yeah, that always plays out well. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and deal everybody a starting hand of 5 cards. These are draw cards. Each one of these represents the pirates that you can recruit onto your ship. And you start with 5 of them. On your turn, you're going to play 1 of your draw cards and draw back up to 5. I should pay attention. Is that 5?
Yeah, that's 5.
That's 5, alright. So everybody now has a hand of 5 pirates. So we're going to take a moment to take a look at these ruthless, brutal cards. I was not telling you what cards I have in my hand.
That sure sounded like
I can see your hand. So,
Oh, that's cheating. That's how this always goes. Alright, so the first person who goes is the person who was most recently on a boat. I don't think that was me. I think it was you, actually.
I did go rafting.
You did go rafting. That seems... Did you steal any loot while you were on that boat?
No.
Alright. Well, you get to go first, so feel free to pick a card and play.
Alright, I'm going to play the Brutal Surgeon. This has an ongoing effect that says whenever you recruit a Brutal Gunner, recruit the discarded card. So that's going to go here. And I'm going to draw back up to 5.
Alright. Well, I don't have much special going on here in my opening hand, so I'm just going to go ahead and put a Brutal Crew into play and draw a card. That's the end of my turn.
And I've got a Greedy Crew with no special effects either.
Well, I'm going to start with a Greedy Gunner, which says, recruit, look at the hall. You may reveal any loot 1 card and take that loot card. Replace that card with a card from the loot deck. So let's go in here and
Cheater.
oh yeah, delicious. And there's a loot 1, which I'll go ahead and take.
So that allows him to take that loot card. So he now has a lead on us, which is unfortunate. What loot card did you get, actually, there, Eli?
I got monkeys.
Monkeys. Everybody loves monkeys.
Monkeys.
Monkeys, very valuable. So that goes face down underneath
Face down
your pirate
underneath
ship.
my ship.
There you go.
Right you are. And then I need to draw a card, yes?
Alright, I'm going to play the Greedy Captain. That lets me draw 1 loot card from the top of the loot deck and keep it. And I don't have to show anyone. So, this is my loot card.
I'm starting to think that she's printed out a number of those Greedy Captains and just keeps them tucked away, and just because she seems to play it every game.
It's ridiculous. That would definitely not be the case.
Uh-huh. Well, I've already got 1 Brutal Crew, so I'm going to go ahead and play another. I now have 2 Brutal Crew. Clearly, I'm going to win. Except for the cards I keep drawing. Alright, so my turn is done.
Well, I have the Brutal First Mate. And it says, select 1 player. That player must discard 2 cards in play of their choice.
Ooh.
Eleanor.
Oh, that hurts.
Oh.
Not very nice. Except for...
Uh-oh.
Oh, never mind. Thought I had something. Guess I'll just get rid of these.
And I'll draw a card. And I'm done.
ruthless, sir.
No,
Ruthless.
brutal.
Yeah, sorry, my mistake.
Well, I'm gonna play the brutal quartermaster, which says select one player. That player must select one of their brutal cards in play, and you recruit that card. Sir, I will take that brutal first mate, which says select one player. That player must discard 2 cards in play of their choice, and that'll be you, Jason. Go ahead and discard your 2 cards.
I don't even get to keep my lousy brutal crew in play. Nope, that's right.
Yeah,
I get nothing.
All right, that worked out well.
I think after that, I'm just gonna play lazy crew and keep it safe for a little while.
Keep it simple, so keep it safe.
Well, the brutal crew clearly weren't working out for me very well, so I'm just going to switch over to the clever crew. That's going to work out much better.
Clever sounds good. But I have a clever mutineer, which gives a -1 to brutal, greedy, and lazy. And I could give that
I
to
saw
Eli,
that
I
coming.
think.
A mutineer on board. The great part about mutineers being on your ship is that if you're forced to discard a card, you can always push the mutineer in front of the oncoming cannonball.
Well, let's go ahead and do a brutal captain. Wow! All other players must discard 1 card in play of their choice.
So, the rest of us now have nothing in play, and Eli has a brutal crew of 9. This is getting ugly.
This is not looking good.
Well, at least we can fight for the leftovers.
Alright, well I'm going to go ahead and play the Lazy Surgeon, which says if you are forced to discard a card in play by another player, that player must select and discard a card in play as well.
Ooh,
So,
that's
yeah.
nice.
That might have been handy a little while ago.
Well, you
Yeah,
know.
take what you can get. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and play the Brutal Lookout. This is a card that says its recruit effect is look at one player's hand and select a card. Discard that card.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, give me-
I've gotten rid of
give me
most of
that.
my good ones already.
Oh.
They're already on the table.
They're on the table, sir.
Well, some of these are not bad.
No,
They're just
no,
not
I
as
don't
good
agree.
as
They're just
that.
not as good as those.
Well, I'm going to have to make you get rid of the Brutal Gunner
I
at the very
figured
least.
so. That's a
I'll take what I can get out
good
of that.
call.
Yeah.
Good call.
Alright, well, that's it for me.
Well, I'm going to play the lazy first mate.
Ooh.
I get to draw until I draw a lazy card and put it into play with no recruit effect. I discard all the rest. Hey, look at that. I got a lazy crew right off the bat.
Andy. The lazy cards are fun. They make the game end faster by kind of milling through the deck.
Ah.
Sorry, then I have to draw.
Yep.
I will do a. Well, there's another loot card on there. Let's try to get that. I'll do a greedy gunner,
Oh.
and I'll search through the loot to see if I can find a loot 1.
I don't feel like we're doing very well.
I don't have any loot cards yet.
Sadly, I have no loot 1 in here, so I get no cards out of
boy.
that.
Alright.
That could be good or bad.
But I did. I got forced to discard a card, and then I played a card, so I will draw 2 cards to bring my hand up to 5.
I'm just gonna play some greedy crew.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and put a Brutal Mutineer onto Ross's ship here. And then I will draw. These rounds keep going on until we hit the set sail card. It's somewhere randomly shuffled into the bottom half of the deck. We should see it sometime soon.
Well, I have the lazy cat in play. If this card is discarded from play, all players get 1 more turn and then divvy up the haul as if the set sail card had been drawn.
Well,
It's the quick way to end the game. I've actually seen that thing go down on the second round of play.
I'm going to play the Brutal Gunner, which says recruit, select 1 player. That player must discard 1 card in play of their choice. I'm going to choose myself and get rid of my Clever Mutineer.
This is not looking good.
Excuse me, Percy the Mutineer, please report to cannon duty. Mutineer would be named Percy. Sorry for all Percys out there.
Clever crew.
All right. Those are going to quite get me there. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and put another Brutal Crew into play. It's served me well so far. And I'll go ahead and draw a card.
Well, then I have the clever first mate. I draw a number of cards equal to the number of players and put them back on top of the deck in any order I want.
Oh.
Nice.
1, 2, 3.
This kind of allows him to decide what cards we all will draw.
I don't know if I
Hopefully.
like that.
Hopefully he'll give me a good one.
Alright, and then I'm going to draw a card.
Alright. Well, I'm not particularly happy with you deciding what card I get, so I will play the Lazy Lookout, which says draw 3 cards. You may recruit one of them. If it's a lazy card, discard the rest.
The rich get richer.
Draw 3 cards. So I did, and I've got a Lazy Gunner. Discard the top card of the draw deck and then select one player. Brutal. That player may discard Mr. Bulmahn.
My ship is so empty, it's not even funny. It's like this poor lookout is just wandering the empty decks going, hello? Is anyone here? There's nothing but blood all over my ship. It's not good.
Just gonna play Greedy Crew. Hope I get a good card.
I'm going to go ahead and play the Greedy Lookout. Select one player. Look at all that player's loot cards. I don't get to do anything, but I do get to know how much I'm being beaten by.
Well, you can look at my one loot card, which I think you might know
Oh,
already.
that's right. Yeah, but you drew one at random from the deck. I'm going to go ahead and look at your loot card. Fascinating.
You didn't want to see my monkeys again?
I always want to see your monkeys.
Well,
I'm gonna have
I've
to
got
cut that out.
I've got a lazy bosun. Copy the recruit effect of any one lazy card in play.
Ah.
I should maybe copy. What's this one? Draw until I get a lazy card. Let's copy the lazy first mate. So draw until I get a lazy card, put it into play. Hey, lazy crew.
Nice. I'm going with a Brutal Cook. Ongoing, all Brutal Crew cards that you own are worth 2 instead of 1.
You won't be getting any. I drew them all at the beginning of the game, so...
Alright, I'm gonna play the Clever Gunner, which says target the player with the strongest suit other than you. Clearly not me. That player must discard 1 card in play of my choice. So that would be Eli.
Oh,
and
boy.
I think you might have to discard your Brutal Captain.
Alright. Bye-bye, Captain.
I will pretend to be shocked. At some point in the future.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Alright, well, I am going to go ahead and put the Brutal Cabin Boy into play. This has a ongoing effect that says discard this card from your hand or in play to cancel any recruit effect that would cause you to discard a card. Would have been handy a lot earlier. Go ahead and draw that. Ross, it's your turn.
Alright, let's play the Clever Cabin Boy. If this is discarded from play, put this card on top of the draw deck.
I will play a Brutal Crew. You didn't take long.
Oh, hey, you got one.
I'm gonna play the Greedy First Mate. Select 1 player. That player must select one of their loot cards at random and give it to you. I'm gonna select Eli.
I hope you like monkeys.
I do like monkeys,
Now there
actually.
you go, then.
I'm going to go ahead and put the Brutal Quartermaster into play. It says, select 1 player. That player must select one of their greedy cards in play. You recruit that card. Eli, I guess? They're both gunners. So.
They're both gunners.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, the Greedy Gunner says, look at the hall. You may reveal any one loot 1 card and take that card. Replace that card with a card from the loot deck.
There's no good ones in there.
That's fine. It still lets me see them.
True enough.
Oh, I'm totally boned. I am not getting any of those, and they're all good. All right. And I draw a draw card, and there is the set sail card. So we've just hit the set sail card. This means that each player will get one more turn, including me at the very end, and then we figure out who gets the loot. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a card, and this will be your last turn, Ross, so make it count.
I'm going to play the Brutal Gunner, which says select one player. That player may discard one card in play of their choice. So it looks like I'll select myself and get rid of the Brutal Mutineer. It gives me negative points.
Eli, your last turn with
I
your
see
mighty
this.
crew.
I'm going to. What do you got over there, Ross? 3, 5, 7, 8.
You got 9. You're fine.
I got 9. Ooh, so really it's a race between you and you. And you've got 2 cards on your deck, don't you? Okay, well let's go ahead and do the Clever Gunner. Target the player with the strongest suit other than you. Oh, I guess that I don't get
That
to
would
choose
be
on that, do
Ross.
I? I'm sorry, Ross. I thought
Oh
I could
no.
choose on that. And I guess you should get rid of the your nice fat one there.
The
Yeah.
lazy first mate.
Yes.
He's lazy. He's not
And there's no
fat.
point in me drawing at this point.
Oh, you might as well draw.
Okay.
Because someone could have a card where they have to draw up a bunch of lazy.
I see.
So keeps it. Well.
I was aiming for her. Failed. My shot went wild.
You missed.
No, but you have now given us a chance to pop up into second.
No.
I know. It's a very important move. What I can do now determines what loot I get. I'm just gonna play the Greedy Gunner. Go ahead and look at the loot. This card says, look at the hull. You may reveal any loot 1 card and take that loot. However, I know there's no loot 1 cards. And I'm not liking what I see entirely, but won't reveal anything else. And now Jason gets a turn.
And now I'll take the last turn before we divide up the loot. I'm going to go ahead and play the Greedy Surgeon. Ongoing. If you play Greedy Gunner, you may target another player instead of the hull. That was the last card of the game, though. But it is valuable because it's worth 2. Now, let's all take a look at our crew and determine who has the best crew in play. To do that, we count up the number of symbols in each individual suit of pirate that we have. We're looking for the highest possible number we can out of 1 suit. So why don't we start with you, Eli? What's your highest?
My highest is 9 brutal.
9 brutal. That is, well, brutal.
I take that back. That's 10 brutal. I forgot.
that's right, yeah.
Brutal
Oh, well.
modifies my brutal crap.
Why win by a little when you can win by a lot?
I have 6 Greedy.
6 greedy. I also have 6 greedy. We'll get back to that.
Well, me, I'm lazy and I only got 5.
5. So unfortunately, that means Ross, you're coming in last.
No.
But between Eleanor and I, we're both tied at 6. So what we do when we're both tied at 6 is we then go to the rank cards. Now, unfortunately for us, we're both at 6 greedy. So the next tiebreaker is to look at our second best suit. For me, that's brutal, which happens to be at the very bottom of the rank order. Greedy, lazy, clever, then brutal. So I'm losing out on this. So Eli's taken first place, Eleanor's taken second, and I'm getting third. Lucky to get a card at all. Eli, you get to look at the loot cards.
Oh. Let's see here. Oh, delicious.
If you need a moment alone with those, just let us know.
I will take that one right there. That's very nice. Here you go,
All right.
Eleanor.
So then those get passed to Eleanor.
Yes, I
She
get
now
that
gets to pick one of them, and I get whatever's left. So, all right then. So, that's one round of Pirate Loot. Now, in the short version of this game, that's pretty much it. Everybody reveals their loot cards. Whoever has the most wins the game. In a longer game, everybody counts up their total loot cards, and you're trying to get to a total of 7. In this game, Eleanor's pretty close already at 5. So she's already winning. Eli, what did you end up with?
Oh, I ended up with, I ended up with the best rum money can buy for a loot of 3.
Ooh.
And I ended up with bananas, which is a loot of 2. It's a good thing they didn't end up with you and your
'Cause
monkeys.
yeah.
Because they're worth less if you got monkeys. So that's one round of pirate loot. I'd like to thank you for watching. I hope you decide to back our Kickstarter and support us as we close out our last week here. Thank you.